good morning and happy hump day, as well as happy February 1st. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are now 1/12 through 2023. Man, that went by really quick. In fact, because of my low, my high, and my act of kindness, I think I know exactly what I want to talk about today. But first, let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Honestly, my low and my high are interchangeable because yesterday my mother actually brought my nephews over to her place. I beat her home when visiting, and man, I tell you what, we had a blast. In fact, quite honestly, that alone made for like the perfect ending to January of 2023. And keep in mind, January is a month that traditionally a lot of people really feel depressed at this time of year. So the fact that January ended on a high note like that, that's pretty solid if you ask me. And luckily, man, I was performing acts of kindness all over the place. Like, I got the garbage ready for garbage day today. I cleaned and emptied the dishwasher. Obviously, I helped my mom take care of my nephews when they visited. What else did I do? I know I did something else. What was it? I can't think of anything right now, but I was doing a lot for my folks yesterday. And right, I also shoveled their driveway too. Unfortunately, because here's the thing, when my dad shovels the driveway, he'll only do like half of it, and expect me to do the other half later. Which, to the best of my ability, I did. I say to the best of my ability because it actually got colder as the day went on. So the snow that was like slush that morning pretty much froze over, so you really couldn't shovel much of it off at all. So I did what I could, and I wound up doing a lot. So you're probably wondering, well, Nick, all that sounds great, where's your low? Okay, so whenever my mom brings my nephews over, she won't use her card, because she'll take her card, visit my nephews for the day, and if for whatever reason she's coming back to her place, she'll bring them in my brother's van, because that's the only vehicle that has all three car seats ready for, my nephews to be in. And sure enough, she takes my nephews home, gets all the way back to her place where my dad and I were, and she realized she left her phone in that black van. Yeah, my brother's car is a van. One of my brother's cars. The point is, my mom left her phone in the van, so she had to leave to go get her phone. So I didn't really get to spend that much time with my mom yesterday. But I did enjoy my time with her. And we did have dinner together too. We got pizza and wings from Picnic Pizza. It was very good. Although, my father actually noticed something kind of interesting. And I'm sure this is maybe just our experience, but because my father won't order, if my father ever orders pizza with no toppings on it, it's going to be extra cheese, which technically is considered a topping. Personally, I don't consider it a topping because really all you're doing is putting on extra cheese, but whatever. Actually, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on that. I'm 50-50 on that. Because on the one hand, yeah, you are technically putting more stuff on a pizza, but all you're doing is putting on more cheese, which is already on the pizza anyway. So again, mixed bag on that. But sometimes when we order pizza from Picnic Pizza, and my father will order extra cheese, it's actually kind of a crapshoot as to whether or not you actually get extra cheese. However, if you order pizza with other toppings, such as last night, surprisingly, my mom only wanted, my dad only ordered pizza with peppers on it, like bell peppers, which I'm not complaining. I love bell peppers on pizza. Because, well, it's peppers, but it's obviously bell peppers. Trust me, if it was like habaneros or Trinidad scorpions, I don't think we'd have that. Then again, I don't think a pizza in this entire area sells that. But I digress. There was actually more cheese on this pizza with just a single topping on it than there was when my father usually orders extra cheese anyway. Crazy, huh? I don't know. Maybe it's just an inconsistency. Personally, I've always liked picking pizza anyway. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's easily the place I've gotten pizza from the most in my entire life. No questions asked. I never said it was the best pizza I've ever had in my life, but it's definitely the place I've gotten pizza from the most. It's old reliable. That's the best way to describe picking pizza for me. It's old reliable, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's not to say there aren't any other. I mean, I've said this many times. There's plenty of other places that has good pizza. Pudgy's, Rico's. You want places with only one location. Vincenzo's, Atlas, Anelio's. Trust me, we've got a lot of great places for pizza around here. Just if you're not entirely picky like me, I'm not usually picky myself. And if you don't really have crazy discerning tastes, pretty much any of those locations will do you good when it comes to getting pizza. So, considering how good yesterday ended, and for that matter, how good this January ended, I really gotta think over here. This last month was pretty good. Like, shockingly good. I mean, maybe it's just my point of view, because it was this time last year is when, earlier this time last year, that's when, I was starting to suffer from heartbreak. And yeah, at one point literally not even 2 weeks into the new year, that feeling crept back up into me. And I was sort of feeling that the whole day. Literally outside of that, I can honestly say January of 2023 was pretty swell. Shockingly so. I mean, I literally just said that, people feel depressed at this time of year, and they have every right to. I mean, we literally just ended 2022, with the holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, New Year's. The holiday season ended, and sad but true, people always feel depressed afterwards, because the good times are over, so to speak. And yeah, I'm not going to lie and say I don't miss, celebrating the holidays. I mean, trust me, when my family and I were taking the Christmas decorations down at their place, I said that was an act of kindness one time, I could literally tell that my father's heart was broken. I tell you what, he loves Christmas. And when we were taking, the ornaments off of the tree, that got him, man. It did. The only other time I've ever seen my father like this is when, summer's over and we're not going to Cuba Lake anymore. And, yeah, that sort of depression sort of kicked in. I mean, personally, I've always felt more depressed when summer was over rather than the holiday season was over. Because at least when it came to Christmas break and stuff from school, that was only maybe 2 weeks as a whole. I mean, if it was in college, it was a month. But 1 month away from school at most, especially if you're in college, if you're going back to school, it sort of eases you in back a little more. It's worse when it's been 3 months, during the summer, I do not want to go back at all. That's what always got me. Unless, again, Cuba Lake is pretty awesome. And, yeah, It was always sad when, man, I tell you what, when I left for college, it was always so sad that I had to leave, like, Cuba Lake earlier to do, like, sports and stuff. I did a cross country and track in college by the end. And it was just so sad. And surprised I never felt that way when the holiday season was over. So maybe it was because, for whatever reason, I'm just numb to that feeling at this time of year. But between that and a lot of pretty eventful stuff happened. I mean, there were a few family get-togethers. You know, we celebrated my birthday in style with, you know, the turkey dinner. That was great. The times I got to see and play with my nephews. Literally this past Saturday when my family, as, you know, myself, my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephews got to go to Sorges together as a family. Like, it doesn't really seem like much on the surface, but sometimes it's not in quantity, but it's also quality. Like, you had several really great quality moments, at least for me. I mean, let's be honest, your results may vary, no matter what time of year it is. But this month actually went significantly better. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun here. You know, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I mean, not everything in January was great. I mean, the Bills lost. They're not going to the Super Bowl like I predicted. And yeah, I can mention my Cowboys too, but come on, I 3/4 expected it. Because, yeah, it's the Cowboys. What'd you expect, right? And yes, I am a little annoyed that they fired Kellen Moore. You fired the wrong guy. Get rid of Mike McCarthy. That joke is the reason why Dez didn't catch it, by the way. Okay, quick rant. Okay. Like, from the very beginning, I never trusted Mike McCarthy. Even when I heard all of his accolades, I'm like, isn't this joker the reason why Dez didn't catch it? Because remember, who threw the challenge flag? Jason Garrett didn't throw that challenge flag. Mike McCarthy threw that challenge flag. That's why Dez didn't catch it. That was considered a catch. Luck, of course. And of course, when Mike McCarthy in that press interview was like, did Dez catch it? Mike McCarthy even thought it was a catch. The only reason why he made that excuse, like, oh, Gene Scaratore, the official, or whatever, said to throw the challenge flag. Loaded baloney. That was a catch. You constantly... Seriously, I used to always say that Jerry Jones is the reason why the Dallas Cowboys never go back to the Super Bowl. And that's largely true. But as long as Mike McCarthy's there, us Dallas Cowboys fans can kiss any chance of going to the Super Bowl goodbye. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Anyway. Yeah. January of 2023 was a pretty solid beginning of the year. Definitely much more solid than a year ago. And yeah, I am largely including the heartbreak aspect in that as well. But even still, I would say that this past January was pretty great. Stellar, even. I almost want to say it's pretty obvious. If every month of this year going forward was like this past January, then we're going to be in for a great year. But I know better than that. I'm not naive enough to believe that's going to be the case. There's going to be plenty of times throughout this year where life is just going to hit me like a ton of bricks. Just like everybody else. I mean, we're in February now. We're coming up on Valentine's Day, which is a holiday I absolutely love. No pun intended. But barring some kind of miracle, this is going to be the 33rd year in a row I've been single for Valentine's Day. Of course, then again, the video I always do on Valentine's Day is a video I always look forward to every year. And this one's not gonna be any different, I assure you. Well, actually, I just literally got sick a couple days ago, and I'm still fighting it off. So, again, January 2023, not perfect by any means. But enough good things happened to make me say, I'm glad that all happened. I'm glad that, January, again, a month that we normally associate with bitter cold, depression, the fact that we just got through the holiday season, the good times are over, and now we're here. It was good. It was great, even. I know I probably said many other sort of adjectives for it, but I gotta be honest, it was January 2023 was surprisingly good to me. Now we just gotta hope that, that streak sort of continues. And there's plenty to look forward to in February. Yeah, I just mentioned Valentine's Day, but again, I love Valentine's Day. And don't worry, I'll explain more about that when we actually get to it. We're just over a month and a half till spring starts. 1 month from today, Rita's is going to open. I'm excited for that. What else? Lent's going to start, which reminds me, that actually also reminds me, because normally every year, I always been saying, if you really love having meat on Fridays and you're Christian and Catholic, get your fix in now, because once Lent starts, you're not going to be able to do it for pretty much 2 months. Having meat on Fridays, that is. Or maybe you want to actually go the entire time without it, which some people actually do. I'm not doing that, though. Good Lord. But literally every Friday since this year started has been extraordinarily good to me with what I've had for, dinner as far as having meat on Fridays. Like, the first Friday of this year, I had my mom's beef stew for dinner. The second Friday, I got a sub from Meniere's. Meniere's subs are great, by the way. A week ago, I had I know my mom made pot roast, I think, last Friday. And, oh, right, I had, so it was a week 1 beef stew, week 2, the sub from Meniere's, I believe it was the All-American sub. Third week, I got an order of wings for dinner, which, order wings for dinner? Sign me up, please. They're from Picnic. What can I say? Picnic has good wings. They're not elbow room wings, but they're pretty great. They're the wings I grew up with. And just last week, my mom made pot roast. So in terms of having meat on Fridays, that's been extraordinarily kind to me as well. I just got to keep that up for, this Friday, next Friday. Yeah, literally 3 more Fridays. I think did I do the math right? Yeah, I did. Because I believe the 18th is going to be, the 5th is going to be, today's the 1st, that's going to be 8th, then the 15th, I'm totally giving myself confusion right now, but at least 2, if I get at least 2 more Good Fridays out of the next possible 3, is it 3 Fridays? I gotta do the math, I'm sorry. Okay, the 3rd, then the 10th, then the 17th. Yeah. Because Lent starts on the 22nd, so... Excuse me. Yeah. I get 3 Fridays left to have meat on Fridays, and if for at least 2 of them I can... Well, here's the thing. If it is going to be 2 out of 3, one of those two has to be the last one, the last Friday, which would be the 17th. That's got to be the good. That's got to at least be one of them. Because, again, at least, because here's the thing. In a perfect world, I'm getting like all sorts of things that are meat related on Fridays before Lent starts to get my fix in. You never really do get your fix in, but at least if really all 3 of the next Fridays I have something meat related for dinner, I'll at least be like, you know what? I literally did all I could. That was reasonable, obviously. So, yeah. So, Valentine's Day, Lent's gonna start, President's Day, tomorrow's gonna be Groundhog's Day, and my uncle's birthday. My father's birthday is gonna be on Sunday. The Super Bowl is coming up too. We got a lot to look forward to this month. Well, shouldn't keep us waiting. We're about 7 hours, 35 minutes, and 20 seconds into the month of February, so who knows what's going to happen. I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on social media. As always, I am very humble in this video. For all of you guys who watch and enjoy today, hopefully you have a wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or channel, you want to be here to lend, and I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.